Now you have 10 seconds to look at questions 7 and 8. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully. You will hear the recording only once.
Most of the earliest written languages that humans invented were derived from pictures. These include the first known writing systems in Uruk over 5,000 years ago, incised in cuneiform clay tablets, as well as ancient Egyptian and Mayan writing systems. Over time, the symbols became more abstract to the point that a modern observer would have little idea of what the symbols represent. Some of the writing systems that evolved from pictographs are still in wide use today, most notably Chinese. Alphabetic writing systems like Latin and English grew out of a need to represent speech sounds rather than objects and ideas. These kinds of written languages date back to no more than 4,000 years ago. Pictures have some advantages over the syllabic writing systems we are used to. Instead of referring to sounds in an essentially arbitrary way, pictures refer to the world. As such, they require no learning and no translation. A crucial challenge for getting a language system to catch on is that everyone who uses it has to agree ahead of time what each symbol means or sounds like. Pictures solve this problem. I suspect that pictures served as a scaffolding of spoken language for a long time before the formalization of writing systems. On every continent except Antarctica, outstanding depictions of animals and other parts of nature have been found that are more than twice as old as the earliest writing systems. Some date back almost 100,000 years. One hint that these Paleolithic pictures could have supported language was that they were closely attuned to the fine details of the natural world, especially the natural cycles of time. Perhaps our first complex utterances were ones that related to the changing of the seasons and the reproductive cycles of prey animals that followed these changes. But making a good picture, let alone a spectacularly detailed and lifelike painting, takes a long time. Instant recognition comes at the expense of speed. At least this was the case until the internet age. Emojis take all the effort out. You get a symbol with a universally understood meaning, but without having to draw it yourself. In addition, emojis, as their name implies, convey emotion in ways that are more difficult and laborious to accomplish with words. So in a way, writing has returned to its roots. Similarly, the idea of scrolling on a web page or app harks back to the unspooling of ancient papyrus or parchment scrolls. Emojis are becoming increasingly popular, but the drawback of them is that they have not yet been collated into a universally agreed-upon dictionary. There exists an Emojipedia, but it is not widely used. Perhaps the next evolution of the language of emoji will come when people systematize their meanings and put them into a kind of logical order, maybe even one where each emoji symbol takes on a new sound. In doing so, the whole process of building syllabic language from pictographs may begin again.